Bag training with the dial. This is for students to understand we always fight with a dial. We've got a dial for speed. That dial pretty much stays high all the time. I could be sparring with a 8-year-old little girl, and as long as I don't hit them at all, I can go as fast as I want. It doesn't do any good for me to be sparring somebody who's small and I do a slow motion kick, because then when they get it with somebody that's another 8-year-old, they're not gonna be kicking slow. So if I kick fast but don't hit them, then they're gonna learn more from that, and it teaches me how to be able to kick fast with control. So the speed dial pretty much stays at 8, 9, or 10. You're going as fast as you can all the time. The power dial, that's the one that we change a lot. We go from a 0 to a 10. You can think of it like a volume button. A 0, you can't hear anything. And on a 0 on the dial for power, you literally don't touch. You kick in front of the target, you don't touch the target at all. That means that a partner, a bag, whatever you're training with, a paddle, if the number or the instruction is a 0, the dial is at 0, we don't touch it. If it's a 1, then we just barely touch it. Just a little touch. It goes all the way up. When we get to a 10, when you're striking with a 10, you really want to focus on the after. We don't want to just, get ready to say 10, you go, bang, and kick, and you want to be prepared. You don't want to kick and go, and just kind of look around. Make sure that after you kick, you are in position to be able to either move or strike, and you're in control of your position. Some people will kick, when they kick, and they'll just kind of be lazy on their landing. If you're kicking hard, that's awesome, but if you're kicking at somebody hard, if you hit them, they're probably going to want to hit you back. So you need to be prepared to move. So that's the dial with the bag. You can do the same exact training with a partner. When you do it with a partner, you should be able to change the dial according to your partner that you're fighting. If you're bigger than your partner, your power dial, goes down. If your partner is bigger than you, your power dial can potentially go up. And I say potentially, if they're bigger than you, but not stronger than you, then maybe your power dial is the same as theirs. If you're bigger than the person that you're fighting, stronger physically, you can ask them, you can say, hey, you can put your dial as high as you want, and I'm not gonna hit you at that same power. I'm gonna dial it down to your power level. You're gonna hit me as hard as you want, I'm just gonna hit you basically what you can handle. And when they realize that, it allows them to be able to try harder and not be scared. Because you really don't want to fight somebody that fears you, because then they just run. They don't ever engage, and it doesn't help either player or either fighter. As the stronger person, it only takes you one time to mess up and hit somebody really hard on accident, quote unquote, to lose their trust, and they're not going to want to fight you anymore. So be super careful on when you're fighting somebody. Keep your dial down until you know it's time to dial it up. If you're both the same rank, same weight, same age, your dials both should be as high as they can be. So have fun with it. Remember, it shows respect to have a dial. Anybody can. We tell people all the time, when did somebody learn how to hit? When they're a baby. They know how to hit. It's not until later that they realize they're not supposed to, when they actually have control. So anybody could just hit somebody, but if you can strike at somebody with control or with the proper amount of power, that makes you a better martial artist. Cool. Train hard, stay strong.